Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm Kyle here with Trophy. We got Sean over here, up right
Hey
above
everyone.
me on stream. Yeah, happy Thursday. Another
Yeah,
show. We're doing weekly streams now, which is sick. We had really great streams past 2 times, and then another amazing guest this time. A little more internal. We have Smtty. We call him CMS creator, but he helps create a lot of the packs that people get to enjoy. And Smtty, feel
yeah,
free to introduce yourself further.
Yeah, hello. I'm Smtty. I started playing 5 years ago, and now I ended up at Trophy. I'm gonna be the mastermind behind probably what I like to think of as the most frustrating and difficult mats that you guys will get to play, because they usually require some really exact touches, and I like messing around with that. That's the current tree I'm working on.
Love that. Yes, I can attest. At least I've said it a few times, but I forget what it's called. Backboard
Control.
Yeah, backboard control. Definitely. Like the first shot is one that I can do, but then as we proceed through the pack, like shots 2 or 3, I mean, and beyond, it starts getting much crazier.
Yeah.
Do you what?
Yeah, those take me a while to do.
I'm sure, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. What are some other of the other packs that you've done? I haven't looked at the list, or I did a little bit, but I didn't necessarily tie.
So one of the packs that I learned aerial on because I started on console is called Aerial Flip Reset Shots. Johnny Boy made it. I made 3 variations of that one for aerial shooting double taps because it's actually a fantastic double tap map, and then also flip resets.
Amazing. Those Johnny Boy ones are good. I've done a few of them.
Oh, I didn't know he made any others. I'll have to check him out.
Oh, well, maybe he hasn't. I've seemed to remember that he has, but
I have no clue. They really don't make it easy to search training packs by creator.
oh no.
Like my creator name is my Xbox name, and I can't unlink my Xbox account without losing every item I own.
Oh.
Yeah, so no one's gonna know me when they see a pack made by me.
I see 2 packs on pre-jump. So aerial flip reset shots, the one you just referenced by Johnny Boy, and then clearing for beans, which maybe that means getting boost.
Probably.
I don't know. It's got a bronze to GC tag on it, so which is super.
Usually clears, they should be done with possession. Like you can clear the ball by controlling it out of your end. So that's probably why I haven't played it, is because the changes like backboard control. The whole point of that is you go from the backboard, you're able to get an airplay into the opponent's end.
Yeah, for sure. We see it in RLCS all the time. It's like a kind of bread and butter thing. It's just easier to get it out. Like in Champ and even like a GC1, maybe people will pile up in the corner. And I think just not even dealing with that at all. It would be a dream. It would be a dream.
That happens for forever. It just happens less frequently.
Oh, I guess you're right, huh?
Yeah, it's funny. But one thing that doesn't happen is people whiffing the ball. I'm so glad I don't have to worry. I mean, it does happen, but you don't have to consider it every time you're thinking about positioning. Is what if he whiffs? That is a treat because it makes it easier to predict what people will do.
Yeah, for sure. I think so. I'm in mid champ 1 in my 2s and 3s, and it's like the chance is there for people to, including myself, for people to not whiff. But you also have to like just make sure you're not full committing to like a downfield play or something, because you have to you have to be defensive, or you could just not care about that and go forward. I guess there's something to be said for bumps too. Smtty, let's talk about how you got started. So you were in the pre-stream talk. You said you started a while ago on Rocket League, but what about gaming? Like, as this is what I ask a lot of people, but what about gaming as a whole? What was your first intro to gaming and such?
It would have been my second or third main game. I first had a Nintendo Switch in probably like 2018. I have no idea how old I was. I might have been like 12. then I played Fortnite on that with my dad, and I loved it. And at that time, I
Awesome.
thought, how could a game get better than this? And then he
Fortnite.
let me play on his computer. Have you ever played Battlefront 2, the Star Wars version of
Oh,
Battlefield?
I have not played Battlefront 2, but I am familiar with it. Yeah, it's like very popular. It's a pretty dope game, to
It
be honest.
it was amazing. As a Star Wars fan, it was really cool. And then that was maybe my second main game. I got really good. I did the lightsaber only fights for a while. I got an Xbox eventually, which let me play it. And
Nice.
then COVID happened and online school.
Oh my.
And my friends asked me to try Rocket League, and both of them, I think their highest rank they ever got was plat.
Nice.
And I played it with them, and I really enjoyed it. One, because it was a free game, so I'll take any free game. And then two, the matches are only 5 minutes long. So if I finish like an assignment, I could just go play Rocket League in class, and that was awesome. If you tried to kill like a Fortnite game, you could get stuck in like some 20-minute long end game battle. But Rocket League was short enough that I could do it.
Or like Valorant is like 40 minutes or something, or
yeah, a lot of games take a long time.
like how?
It's like very unique. Like, can you name any other game that takes less than 10 minutes a match?
No. Yeah, there's several pieces too that contribute to the uniqueness. But no, I agree with you. There's no. It's just in and out. And I've heard there's a Rocket League content creator named Lawler, and he commented on that as well because he did casting for RLCS, but then also he's done like PUBG casts, like
I didn't know that.
Battle Royale type casting, and the moments are just more sparse in those, and like some shooters and such. The action is just not.
Yeah, because you land and then you have to collect stuff, especially in PUBG, where you just don't like see or hear anybody for a while, and then you might hear like one shot in the distance, and and that's about it for the first half.
Yeah, and then you go to move to that shot, and then you get killed because someone was waiting outside.
Yeah, somebody sniped you in a bush from a different hill.
So many times. I used to play PUBG a ton. But even like CS, if you think about it, like people are moving to a point, they're trying to like sniff out the other team, and then they're like setting up to try and make a push, which is still a lot of delay. But Rocket League is definitely not.
Yeah, Rocket League is just 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, and like don't stop. And I don't think people. I think if you're younger, it doesn't maybe impact you quite as much. But the mental like effort or the cognitive load is like pretty high, I would say.
Yeah, that's another reason I liked it.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
They just give like you and the ball.
5 minutes, yeah.
You and the ball.
So you can get a lot done in Rocket League, like in a very short amount of time, as far as like practice and fitting it in between different things, calls, classes, whatever you got going on in your life.
Yep. I think. Well, yeah. So playing the game is one thing, but actually improving and like understanding the meta concepts is, I think, it just takes longer. Some people intuitively get it, like. I think Com and Nas as well. Those are two pros that
Oh yeah, I can talk about Nas later. He ties into how I got into Rocket League. Funny enough.
Yeah, Nas is
shortly, barely, briefly.
Yeah. He's
I feel like we need to talk about that.
He's one of my favorite players. Daniel as well as another player I love. Like I love watching. When I watch Daniel play, I like learn from his gameplay. You know what I mean? Which isn't necessarily true with some other players.
Yeah.
Like I would.
His goal against Genji was insane.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt about like Garrett G in the way he was just kind of very controlled and almost very professional in the way he played. I just felt like it was just, I don't know, it just resonated with me with his play style and stuff.
Garrett's story's great.
Bro. Yeah. It's hard to not like Garrett for real. I haven't met him personally, but from the outside, I'm sure his one-on-one scenario might be a little. He's just a normal person at the end of the day.
I was one series in the tournament away from playing him. Ooh. I'm very sad about that. That was the same tournament I beat Kofer in. It was a Psionics 2's tournament. I had to beat Kofer, and then I faced another full 2.2K team, and then I was going to play Garrett in the finals. I couldn't do it. Anyway,
next time.
I started on Xbox. Yeah, next time. I'm going to keep trying. I started on Xbox, and I got to about Diamonds 3, and then I discovered these things called looking for group posts. And if you guys started on Xbox, you would know. Did either of you play Xbox?
No.
I did play Xbox, but I never Not Rocket League. I kind of got into Rocket League on the PC like right away.
Same. I did
Oh,
Xbox
okay.
360 like Halo stuff, but my first
Yep.
Rocket League time was PC.
Well, these looking for group posts would essentially have 80% trading and 20% private matches, but there'd be thousands of them. So there would always be somebody saying like US East private match, and then you just play like 2v2 with unlimited boost or something, and it was really fun. And I met a player called the Red Devil who destroyed me, and I'd never seen somebody as good as him. And I looked him up later, and he was number one in ones on Xbox, and he had been for years. And so I just kept going on with my day. You know, a couple weeks later, I ran into him again, and we hopped between these private matches together.
Nice.
I forget why. I think I just kept making jokes that he found funny. We were about the same age. I think I was like 15. He might have been like 17 or something.
Yeah.
And so I added him. We followed each other on Instagram. We started playing together, and he taught me a lot about the game. And I was very active with him from like Champ 1 up to Champ 3-ish.
Yep.
And then I got a PC. And so I stopped doing the looking for group posts, and we kind of just grew apart a little bit.
Oh.
But that is also the same time I started coaching.
Gotcha.
I coached for about a year before I joined Rocket League Help. And in that time, it was mostly team coaching because I knew really high level friends from knowing the Red Devil. And so really high level at that time would have been like GC3 something, even though Red Devil was the high SSL. And so I was like GC1 coaching GC3s. And I did okay. There was stuff I needed to learn, mostly about how to convey my ideas better, because I knew exactly what to do, and then they would have to ask like 5 or 10 follow-up questions to really get the idea, and then I'd still have to show them examples next time they played. But we did good. I brought one team up. They were all GC2 average, and they started scrimming 2K in like 4 or so months. Even though their ranks themselves weren't going up that much, they were just starting to be able to beat higher and higher teams.
Crazy.
That was really cool. No. I'm still best friends with one of the players, Jirachi. He has a pretty successful TikTok now.
Okay, that's awesome. I think having that's like actual evidence for successful coaching style. I think a lot of times in Rocket League coaching, it's just not a term that really
hard to measure.
Yeah, it doesn't have a meaning really. There's no certification process.
Yeah, I think most people are either self-taught or they just are guessing.
Yeah, which I think, I mean, if you're GC 2 or 3 or 1, even, you could probably coach a diamond or whatever and be fine. Even champ, I'm sure, because it's just like fundamental stuff that needs to be worked on. But then once you transcend, and then GC2, GC3, SSL, of course, I feel like it becomes a different thing that you're talking about almost, where you're trying to work on consistency, obviously, especially GC3 and SSL, and then more meta concepts come in too, where like, what does it actually mean to play like as a team versus like, we're just trying to get our consistency higher, like stop whiffing.
Yeah.
Don't bang the ball here. But you don't have to tell a GC3 player or whatever, an SSL player maybe, to not bang the ball in a scenario. They're probably going to try and control, or they're going to know when to use the tools maybe.
Yeah, for the most part, the basic ideas like that, you just show them like, this is another spot you do it, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, got it.
Yep.
The major coaching part for them is expanding the options that they see. So if I'm watching them play, I might ask them like, I'll pause it. What other things could you have done here? Let's say they're facing the attacking half with the ball and like 80 boost, and there's a player about to dive them. Mm-hmm. Some of them won't see that they could just cut it to the wall and go for an airplay. They'd think, oh, I'm forced to 50 or pass, and they won't think of every option. So a lot of it is just expanding what they think of and showing them what the best play can be.
That's sick. Yeah. I come from a music background, and in music, especially like jazz, it's very common for the advice to be to listen to like better players and try and imitate what they're doing, because I think, in short, you're just exposing people to the options that are available to them. It's just getting the options in the person's brain in the first place is, I feel like, half the battle, because you're limited by your imagination eventually, even like mechanically, right? So
yeah, like vibrato.
Like vibrato, yeah, or like which scale to use, like the fact that you don't even have to follow the rules in a specific moment, or you can do, there's just like a range of options. So getting those in is one of the hardest parts. This is why when I watch like someone like Daniel, I'm like, oh, this is what he does in this scenario, and he didn't have to panic, he didn't have to do all this crazy movement, he just like repositioned slightly and maintained defensive like threat, basically, right? So versus me, I'm gonna like do all kinds of weird flips and wave dash, and then just like hit the ball really hard randomly, and then like I apologize to my teammates because I gave it away for no, and I cut someone off and bumped them at the same time or something. Like Daniel just doesn't do any of those things. So, and for some reason I need to see that.
I think that's a good point, but in Rocket League it's weird because you can't go straight to watching pros. I don't think you get the most benefit there. There's like some weird gray area where they are better than you, but they're not that much better than you, that there's a couple things that they're better at that you can focus on. Because if you watch a pro, there's going to be nothing similar to Diamond gameplay. Literally nothing. Like you will not be able to go from Diamond to imitating what they do. But if you watch like maybe a Champ 3 or a GC1, if you're in High Diamond, most of what they do will be similar, and you can see what you can work up to.
Yeah, so you're
saying levels. How much is like just pure communication? I always wondered about like just chatting and communicating as a team. Like, cause they talk real fast and they say a lot of things. It's hard to understand half the time what they're saying, but they gotta have like shorthands and stuff like that. And so I imagine communication at some point becomes like a huge factor in just being able to be a good teammate.
That's usually the first major focus of any team. The people I coached, I usually took people that wanted to start picking up threes, because once you get around rank B and 6-mans, you can start getting a lot of real money from wins. Like all these other tournaments and leagues you can start joining, especially for collegiate players. And so I worked with a lot of people that were just barely rank B, which is GC3 in the rare cases, and low SSL like 1900, sometimes 2K. And those people that are just getting into threes, very good at pretty much anything in the game. What they need to pick up on is the different decision making now as the threes rolls, and then comms, because you never comm in twos. Most people just quick chat occasionally, like, nice one, nice bump, and that's about as far as it goes. Now, when you mentioned it's hard to understand because there's three people talking, it's actually kind of funny. When you're, as a listener, you try to pick out every word.
Right.
As a player, you're not listening to three people talk because you are one of the people talking. So that's already, a third cleaned up. And then you kind of combine what because like in your vision, you'll see people going, and then you'll just pick up on random things like, zero behind you. And then they'll know, all right, my last man needs extra help here. And then that's kind of the only thing you needed to hear in that, 15-second segment. Now, if you're first man, you're still talking about like, I'm going to play for a 50 right side. But if you're second man, you don't need to really consider that as much, because you had to listen to your third man. And it's like you can tune out even more based on the situation that you're in. So it is definitely easier to understand as a player than as a listener, because sometimes I'll hear these pro teams come and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm right there with you. But as a player, it's a lot better.
And can you hear the coach too? Or is the coach not allowed to talk?
It's kind of up to the team.
Right? Like, well, at least in RLCS, I don't think they're allowed to talk.
Yeah, in RLCS, I don't think they're allowed during the game.
And players don't normally like a flood of talking beyond player comms too.
Oh my God, I imagine that'd be so annoying, especially at the high level when you have to focus so hard.
I might chip in when a goal happened, because they'll remember the comms in that space.
Yeah.
I'd be like, make sure you call that you were 0 there, and then that'd be the end of it. You don't need to really give them something to think about. But for the most part, team coaching was usually during scrims. And so after every game in the scrim, I'd give like a short overview of how closely they aligned to the strategy I gave them, what could be done. And then after giving like the little team overview, I'd go individual players, because I'd have to swap the perspectives that I was viewing. And I'd say, Mike, you're hanging around in your own corner too long, try to get it out of there, something like that.
Interesting.
And I'd go through all three of them one by one. And that's kind of how that would usually go.
what does building a strategy for a game look like? Is it like, do you do team preparation? Like, are you scouting, or are you?
I
is it
don't
just general
necessarily
stuff?
scout players, because I was either, I know a friend that is getting a team, and then they come to me. That's actually been every team I've ever been on. Either that, or I'm part of the team just by attending the college. But as for preparation and strategy, you usually want two, because for the most part, teams are either defensive or offensive. And so you want like a general strategy for a defensive team and a general strategy how to play against an offensive team. And then in those inner strategies, you kind of bend to what the players are good at. So if you have a really good air-based team against other offensive teams, you want to counterattack, because then theoretically they'll be on low boost when they're defending. And then if you're a really air-based team and you're facing a really defensive team, you want to start hitting demos on backboard and stuff like that, and make sure that the air's open for a play.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess, I mean, Rocket League is an infinitely complex game. However, I feel like you can generalize a little bit. You know what I mean? There's like things that happen. It's not like any given moment, every possibility is going to happen. It's just like, we might get a pinch here. That's an outlier. Otherwise.
And for the most part, they play the same. They just keep that in the back of their mind. And in these like little important sub moments, they might choose a different acceptable answer. But I mean, they're still just playing Rocket League.
Yeah. That's interesting. Do you mind talking a little bit about working on comms with teams? What, I know maybe you commented, but I have ADD, so I think probably my brain didn't pick it up. What generally, if you're starting to build up comms with a team, what does that look like?
Well, usually they aren't talking enough, and there's a really strange moment between learning how to comm and then being good at it, in which you have to split your mind between playing and talking. And that is really difficult, and it makes you play worse. So a lot of people, when they're first learning, pretty much everybody, they try to talk as little as possible. And it sounds fine, like, oh yeah, I'm just only going to say the important stuff. But they always, if they're on defense in a really hectic time in the game, they'll just be quiet and they won't say the actual important stuff when it needs to be said, or they'll say it late once the situation's over. That's usually the biggest thing. But once you're good at calming, it's funny. I know people that calm to themselves playing 1v1 because it's so natural, and it's funny. I could totally see myself doing that after doing it for so long. But yeah, usually you just have to keep reminding them and keep pestering them, being like, talk more. And then the first step is getting them talking, even if they're not saying the most important stuff, and they're just like, I'm behind you, and they're not listing their boost or what their plan is.
I'm behind you
and thinking ahead. yeah it's really, you could say like, just took back left, stuff like that. It's a lot more informative. But once they start talking, then you can kind of refine it into, how about we don't mention that our nose itches, and we start talking about boost and positioning and what we were facing.
That is funny. Brain rot.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, when I try and calm, I struggle with the like, what is appropriate information thing. You know what I mean? Like, some is good, some is bad. Calming what you just did in some cases, like, well, yeah, my team just saw me do that. Like, why would I need to? If you're going to give advice, like let's say someone's in Diamond or Champion and they wanted to like start practicing that sort of thing, what would be like an easy intro, do you think?
Probably get a duo, or a trio, because I think it would be pretty hard to teach yourself how to calm to yourself, as the other person that you're talking to can tell you how helpful it's been. And then I would also try to keep a general idea of what is helpful to talk about per position. So like, first man's role is generating an offense. So first man, everybody can see which way he's facing and where he is on the field. At least one person should. If it's threes, maybe there's one guy rotating back that isn't looking, but they should be. And so what he should really be talking about is what he's planning to do. I'm gonna 50 this over the backboard or something like that, and that helps his team prep for that, because they can already see where he is. Now they can see this boost amount. That's another helpful thing. And and that's good. Now, third man should almost always be communicating how effective he can be third man. If I hear somebody calm, I'm third full, I'm like, sigh of relief, I'm good. He's got my back. And that's kind of the most helpful thing as third man is saying if you're in position or not, and if you have boost. Or most commonly, it's just through the boost comms. If you pick up a big boost in pretty much any position, it's usually normal to say the boost and where. So it's back right, mid right, top right, back left, mid left, top left. Where your back left is always the back left corner from where you spawn, unlike a kickoff, because all the players face the opponent end. Top left is always the left corner in the opponent end from the perspective of looking at the opponent end. And those tell you where your team is, which teammate has boost, because you'll eventually learn their voice. And then it helps your internal boost timer. And so you'll know if your teammate calm, they got the mid right about 10 seconds ago, you'll know it's about to spawn, and then you can rotate towards it, even if it's not there yet.
That's good. I'm not sure I have that timer locked down yet, but and a little bit, I should say. That is still helpful, though. I don't calm which boost I take maybe as much as I should, to be honest.
I think that's one of the most consistent things across teams. Every team's comms are different, but the boost comms are pretty big.
Interesting. I think I'm going to pivot a little bit now. So let's talk about, you talked a little bit about how you got into coaching, but how do you go from that beginning thing where you're coaching random teams to like, you worked for Rocket League Help, right? Is that true? Or you coached through them?
Yeah. I worked there. I mean, I technically do still work there, but the tickets have slowed down recently. And all you need to do was they had a form, and you would watch these YouTube videos of clips of replay sections across different ranks. Mm-hmm. You would select which ranks you were trying to coach. And so they had a selection from you had to be a minimum of champ rank in game to apply. But then after that, they had sections from champ to SSL across the 3 major game modes. So I selected SSL for all of them. This is about when I was GC2, I think, about 3 years ago. And then I got the videos for the SSLs across all 3 game modes. And then you would just type up what you saw, the errors that you saw, and how you would fix them. And then you submit it. And then if they liked that, you were a coach. Boom. The way ranking up worked in that company was just off of reviews. If you got a bunch of good reviews, I think it was just a static number, like 10.
Yeah.
You get from their new coach to, I forget what they called it, new coach to just coach. And then you needed another 15, and then you could be one of the coaches that could do the subscription members and get paid coaching. And so I tried to rush my way to that, and I did that for a while, and it was very fun. You meet a lot of good people. All the people that paid for coaching were very motivated to get better. And so they listened the best, and they worked the hardest usually.
Yeah,
it was very nice.
Versus free coaching where it's just
the free ones, they would not be listening to you sometimes, and they would just be like, well, that sounds like a lot of work, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I told them to go do a training pack to learn this new mechanic. They'd be like, nah.
Rather not.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a tough balance. As a coach, I imagine assigning what would be work and then maintaining someone's interest, because it can be, people really ultimately want to just jump in and play. Obviously people want to improve, but I used to do guitar lessons, and treading the line between you need to be practicing these technical exercises more and let's just learn some songs was always a delicate balance.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and a lot of the time it comes down to how much, or maybe not how much, just how consistent they are at getting themselves to do it. Because I could give them a training plan and say, do this, 3 days a week, but they still got to make themselves do it 3 days a week. And I never see that.
Right. Yeah. It would be cool for Trophy to have a coach view one day. Be nice to have some sort of way to do.
I see that they logged in and played these things I gave them.
Not necessarily to be a parent, but just to get a sense for what a person is actually doing. You know what I mean? It's okay, well, this week we can work on this, blah blah blah. Looks like Scavenger says, Smtty, how do you get a sense of where the player you're coaching is, like skill-wise? Like what skill
Well, I
the player is?
usually watch their replay. I could probably count on one hand over the past 3 years of coaching that I coached a player without seeing the replay. Because at first at RLH, there would be the occasional console player, and I'd just play twos or I'd 1v1 them.
Yeah.
And I'd see them there, but it doesn't give you as good of an idea. When you watch them, you see what they see. And so it helps you see what they were thinking a lot clearer. And I started coaching again when I was champ 3-ish, and I climbed the ranks pretty quick, so I was still kind of familiar with them. I'm not now. And so if I saw a player, I could guess their rank. Do you ever play that one? I think it's called Rankle.
Yes.
You can watch like a YouTube clip and guess. I was really good at that. I'd get within one rank every single time. And it was just because of how many replays I saw. So I saw all kinds of play styles across all ranks.
Yeah.
And you'd see the common problems always. And then they might have a couple individual problems. And I would always have the things ready for the common ones.
Nice.
And then I'd think up some new drill for them to practice for the specific ones that they had.
That's cool.
But yeah, the replays were definitely extremely helpful in seeing what their skill level was and what their balance between mechanics and game sense was.
Now, I'm not trying to get you to spill all of your trade secrets, but are there any generalities? Let's focus on Diamond and Champ, just because I think that's where the bell curve is actually plat, is where it's thickest. But are there any generalities that you're willing to share that you picked up during?
Yeah, well, the best answer to a generality is a generality, and it's just control. And not in the sense that my mats practice, where it's like extremely precise touches and stuff, but in just coming out of defense, switching from booming the ball to trying to start like a dribble is just a huge change. That's usually one of the biggest differences, because you'll start having more of an effect on the game if you go from maybe like 3 or 4 scoring chances per game to like 8. If you can double that just by, instead of booming the ball and then trying to keep it offensive, if you just switch to immediately trying some dangerous offensive attack, you'll get way better chances, and that could lead to more goals and help you rank up.
Yeah, I think my guess about why that happens, by the way, is that people just aren't confident in their ability to control the ball, and so they just want to get it away from the net like as quickly as possible, which is like the immediate.
Yeah, I think time in rank is a big contributor to that, because at first you'll be like, wow, these people are faster than me. Oh crap, I got to boom this thing, get myself space. But eventually you'll start getting comfortable, and you'll be able to control it more, and you'll be more comfortable with reading what people are doing.
It's just amazing. There is one other scenario I can think of that people seem to do for a while, which is like parking at front post as second man. Oh. Brother, why? I just wish people would stop doing that. I bump people now, actually, when I'm in ranked and they do that. Because I'm like...
So it's okay if the ball's in the corner, but that's kind of the only good time. Yeah. And not as first man. You should still be going into it, usually.
Oh, Scavenger is a follow-up. So the first question was about identifying rank. Now, how do you then decide the milestones for each player?
So milestones. Okay.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
So usually if I see something like, let's say they tried an air dribble and they messed it up, I'll ask them, is that usual? Are you usually good at them, or is that about how it always goes? And then depending on their answer, I'll have some pack stored that I'll be like, here, try this. And I'll watch them play it, and I'll get a sense of where they mess up in it, because, there's the first touch, there's where they think you should be hitting the ball at, there's how well they can air roll. There's a bunch of different parts that need to work together so that you can complete an air dribble successfully. And depending on what I see there, I'll give them something at their level of skill so that they can improve that sub-skill inside of a mechanic that they messed up in the replay.
Nice. Yeah, I suppose that's about all you can really do, honestly.
Yeah.
Keep digging. So I think this is a good time we'll switch over to our little trophy ads. So I think the first thing I have to show here is we have a code for Smtty, and let me get it I have it copied as well. We'll paste it in the chat. If people would like to sign up and support Smtty at the same time. Smtty makes packs, so if you are for us, we call them MATs, but I think they're trophy.
Mansell assisted trainings.
Yeah, Mansell assisted trainings. I should know the name for this, but I'm tired.
Oh my God, that's what that means? I didn't even know that.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we just acronym heavy. We're acronym heavy. We have a code for Smtty, so follow the URL. Let's see, sign up page. It will look like this. So it's our landing page for Rocket League. 7 days free, and then 12% off for 12 months after that, I believe. And then Smtty gets a portion of that, of your subscription. So it's good. It's good for both things. I think the pricing is pretty reasonable, to be honest, considering it's what Trophy does is like mechanical training, you know, some statistical analysis. I would say that's pretty good, and we are like always improving it. So if you like what you heard from Smtty here, which I think is like super good advice, this is just like continued exposure to that. There are multiple tiers, obviously, where you, Smtty, do you do coaching, or is that other CMS people? Do you do coaching via Trophy?
I haven't yet, but I'm sure I will.
Is that it? Okay. Some of the coaches have. So Trophy does do some, like, you can get coaching through it if you subscribe at the appropriate tier. But I think that's just picking up, I would say. More and more people are signing up for it. So I think potentially, if my understanding of the CMS creators is correct, Smtty could potentially be one of the people that you pick up. And I'm sure if you requested it, if a person requested it, they would get it. So now I'm going to switch over to the web client. We can just take a look at that. The web client, it actually says LM Studio right now. So here's the web client, just to refresh. I showed it last time. We've got graphs, every kind of graph you could want, and we are always refining these. So you can look across a range of matches. Takes a little bit to process as the AI does its work. There is contextualized advice, just trying to make sense. It can be hard to look at statistical info. So having some kind of English, like plain English description of that can be super helpful. And we're always refining these, by the way. It's like a continual process. The data science team does a lot. So I'm reading the thing and speaking, which I can't do apparently. The data science team is like super good. We collect a bunch of data. And so if you are trying the trial out and you notice something, like for example, these numbers, can you see that I'm highlighting on screen? This 1705, for example, isn't going to switch with the number of matches I select typically. And that's because this is just the most recent match. However, the graph does switch. So we get to see an overall trend, but also paired with the data that we just did. It's just good. And then aside from that, let me actually show the trophy. Desktop application. One day I'm going to be very good at this context switching. Training skill list. Smtty's done a bunch in here. Like I said, one of my favorite ones is the back. What is it? Where are you? Do you want to list some of the other ones you've done, Smtty, in this?
Yeah, I'll look them up.
Oh, you can. I should have done that. Womp womp.
I got it bookmarked.
Let me see. I should actually have you go through it. You don't have to, but I was like, oh.
What, the mats?
Yeah, this would have been a perfect opportunity. But you actually already have in the pro demo in the feature, so we just watched that.
That is true. I've made aerial shooting, double taps. This is in the aerial flip reset pack, and aerial flip reset shots. Those three were in the same pack, but they're 3 different mats. I did backboard control, sideways air dribble setups where the ball comes from you from the side. I found that is a very undertrained skill because I was even bad at it.
Yeah,
and so there's a special sort of takeoff you need to practice, and that one helps you practice it. Aerial shots, that was a shooting pack I've used to warm up for forever. I did recently sub it out because I found one that is a bit more difficult and helps with your timing a bit more, but that is perfect for anybody diamond and up trying to warm up. And one bounce air dribble, pack made by Lazard, the owner, I think, of RLH, and he has some great packs.
Oh, he's a legend, honestly. I've got several of his bookmarked in my my custom
And
training.
I got 4 or 5 more that I've made the shot pack, and I'm waiting to record the shots.
Nice. That's awesome. Yes, Smitty's there. He's in there. What's good, Amrud? Bro, how worried am I reading people's names on Twitch? Yeah, so that's it. We've done the interview portion. Now we can just, I don't know, we could hop into like, we could do like a free play thing or just King of the Hill style private match if we want. I don't know. What would you,
Sure.
What do you feel?
I like King of the Hill.
King of the Hill's fun. Free and easy.
You said your favorite player was Nas, right? Or he was one of your favorite players?
Please, let's talk about that. Yes. Oh my God. Thank you. I was going to forget. We're going back to Yap here.
So my weird connection to Nas is the Red Devil, the guy that I was friends with from Champ to like Champ 3 on Xbox.
Yes.
Sunless made a video putting all the best console players in the world against each other, and the one that won a PC. The Red Devil played Nas, lost to Nas, and then Nas won the tournament and got a PC and became a pro player.
This is crazy.
And that is maybe one of my favorite stories in Rocket League, just because
won a PC and then demon.
A content creator made a tournament, gave a player a PC, and then he became one of the best pros in the world.
What was the tournament called again? Let me see. I
don't know. He made a video on it, so if you
Oh.
just look up Sunless and then console tournament or something, you'll find it.
He's Nas
And
is
the Red Devil almost won. He I think the series was 2-1 because it was a best of 3, or if not, he only lost one of the games by 1 goal. I was really proud of him.
Crazy. That's like a legendary run. Yeah, that's sick. I mean, because Nas won Salt Mine, is that true? Salt Mine 3, I think.
I'm sure he has at least done extremely well. I'll look it up.
Let's see, Salt Mine 3. I should know.
Probably
this.
on his Wikipedia. Yeah. Nas vs. Ras, Salt Mine 4.
What a game, bro. Holy.
I don't know who won that one, but that's the title.
Oh, yeah. And then Nas in grand finals beats Naupo, which is insane because Naupo is, I don't know, built
also
different.
insane.
Amrud asks, well, he has 2 questions. He wanted to know your current rank, I believe. If you wanted to share
rank is GC2 because I've been on a 5-month break from ranked, and that's what I get reset to. But I usually hang around 17, 1800 and 2s. And back in May when I was competing for Stockton, I was routinely scrimming and playing 2K players and 2.1K players. I beat a ranked A team in a national tournament too. That was
crazy.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, rank A is nuts for sure. So you were doing Rocket League for school? Is that true?
Yeah, I played for Stockton last year.
Nice.
And I went to 5 lands. I got 2nd in the state. Unfortunately, one of the main players wasn't able to make it. And the reason was there was no prize pool and he didn't want to wake up early for the long drive. So we brought our sub.
Bro.
Yeah, I was a little unhappy with him, but I mean, it was during finals week. So
what are you going to do?
It was also at the same point, it was like, I can totally understand. We brought our sub, we got 2nd in the state, and we still had a good time. It was a cool event. Then the other one, we had to qualify for, if you've ever heard of ECAC, they hosted a national LAN. They had 3 or 4 open qualifiers for. We won one of the qualifiers. We got it put into it. The prize pool was, I think, 5K, and we got 5th, and we were so close. They kind of messed up the bracket a little bit. Not to cope myself into this 5th place here, but
it happens, bro. It happens.
We had I forget what it's called, seeding. They had us play seeding rounds, and we played the best team, and we beat them, the rank A team.
Crazy.
And then we got seeded into playing them again first round in the actual tournament on day 2.
That is bad.
And so then we lost them. So we went 1-1 against the eventual winners, which was just rough.
Yeah, that's not fair at all.
That was still a very fun time. Our hotel was right across a place called the Dinosaur Barbecue.
Okay.
If you're ever in Troy, New York, hit up the Dinosaur Barbecue because it is good.
I'd go there in a heart. What food did they have there?
We got like the $60 family platter or something. And we had like wings, we had ribs, Their sides were great. I remember they had like fried rice that was really good, mashed potatoes.
I love that.
It's a great place, right on the river.
That's super dope. So you got a taste of like land style competition, which I feel like would be insane. I've never done anything like that, obviously, but I can only.
That was really cool. Some people flew to that LAN.
Crazy.
And I got to meet all these other players that I've seen before in Rocket League, and I got to hang out with them and like play poker with them. It was really fun.
Yeah, just to vibe. Like, I don't know, if I meet someone or get to talk to someone where I'm normally just interacting with them in an online context, it is very surreal. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
But then that goes away shortly. Amrud asks, we touched on this earlier, but we can talk about it a little bit more. Amrud asked, hard stuck gold, any tips to get out? We mentioned control already, so don't boom the ball away right away. Gold is...
For gold, you probably just need to get good at an aerial where you can hit the ball in a general direction pretty well. That, and when the ball's slightly off the ground and it's not worth aerialing for, but you like jump and flip, you just need to be able to hit the ball in a direction you want, wherever the ball's at, usually. That and making sure you get back quickly, I think is big things for gold. Now, I haven't seen a gold replay in forever. Gold may have changed, but I think that is advice that definitely works for gold.
I think players
in gold.
Go on, Sean, sorry.
I was gonna say, I think if you're in gold, like, I mean, playing something like hoops or drop shot could even like help with just general, just like
that
being
would
more comfortable in the air, and rotating, and just flicking the ball up, just kind of those simple things to get the ball moving in a different way than you used to. You can find a lot of control from different types of game modes like that.
That would definitely put you in a lot more aerial situations for sure. Hoops and drop shot.
Yeah, it does. And wall reads, bro. Drop shot is like endless wall reads. I don't even
Funny
know.
enough, I was playing it for the first time yesterday. The walls were hard to see. I couldn't see when the ball would bounce. First time in a while. Not first time.
I was gonna say, whoa, you've been grinding. You just got to get used to it. It's kind of like the 4v4 mode. One of the maps is pretty dark, I would say. It's a similar... Although drop shot might even be darker than it. It's like pretty...
Drop shot did something different though recently, where if you're certain team colors, you can make the ground look really dark and almost impossible to tell the difference between
that is horrible.
Kind of what's been hit once. You know how it takes two hits for it to fully break. Like the difference in color between normal and hit once is like so close. And I don't know what they did, but it's just something about it. It's very weird now
like if
that mode sometimes.
Yeah, if someone chooses like gray as their team color or something, then the drop.
It becomes very. Yeah, it won't be much of a difference. Usually, it will go from like a dark color to like white. You know what I mean? And now it just doesn't. It goes from like a dark blue to like a slightly less dark blue, and it's like almost impossible to see.
Crazy. Amrud, you can definitely hop into the trophy Discord as well if you want to come and say what's up and get some. We can play matches sometime or something if you want. Do a 1v1. Give you some more advice there too. Okay, let's hop in and play it for a little bit. I said it and I was like, oh, we're getting close to time here. Let's hop in and play for a little bit and then.
Oh wait, I'm party leader. My fault, guys.
How dare you, man?
I didn't realize. All right.
You better.
Let's see.
Let's create one. Party only. It's a fine map. Just be standard.
Morrow Gaming.
All right, here. I'll let you guys go first.
Okay. All right. Oh no. We're 1v1ing. I think King of the Hill is great. Sean, have you done King of the Hill before? So you get scored on, you just hop out, basically. And then the cycle continues. It is. I'm cooked! Oh my. It happens quick. Nice, dude. Nice. Respect it. You should, bro. You should. Oh no. Yes, we hope you do. We hope you do. Yep. Yeah, that's better. I ain't got no pride. You probably could. Yeah, Sean, get back in here. No. Oh, my bad. My bad. I didn't set up Rocket League right. Let me get the... They can't hear you, which is my fault. I forgot to do this scene. How about now? Yeah, I think I can hear now. Someone say something.
Something.
There you go. Nice. Sorry, Sean, I let you down.
Yeah, that was a cheap goal for me.
No, it's good.
No worries. Yeah. I think it'll be better to do 2v1 in this situation.
2v1. No.
I actually did get that.
You almost cut me.
Oh, nice demo.
Thank you.
Oh god. Oh, I have to use the restroom. No.
You got that boost? How?
Boost.
He's sneaky.
And I get that
Good
goal.
shot. Okay. I do not know how you got that boost.
I do need. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Like I said, I grew up with a really, really good ones player. So I was in like Champ 1 and I perfected my speed flip. There was like a goal like that every game while I was still in low Champ 2s. It was really fun.
Crazy.
Yep.
Back boys. Smtty, did you try the 4v4 mode at all? I know you've been busy.
I did.
That's cool.
It's something. Oh,
Yes, it is.
I think it could be fun, but I also think that no one's really gonna care enough to develop the new strategies themselves, and so
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for RLCS 4s, and then we'll all learn
I
what the
agree,
right thing
bro.
to do
Yeah.
is.
I think the strategic possibilities are big, to be honest. Like they could.
Yeah,
really
because you have
boost
this extra guy that you
Yeah.
could do anything with, and
And
so I'm wondering what teams will do with it, like permanent bumper, 2 last men instead of 1. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I think so. I think the amount of boost on the field actually allows for like crazy more aerial plays.
Yeah, there's a ton of boost.
It's insane.
There's actually so much more.
There's too much boost.
It used to be 1s was the mode with the most boost, and now I think it's 4s.
Oh, I didn't. I forgot. I forgot who you are.
Boost on the wall is surprisingly effective to get.
Yeah, you do have to slow down your momentum
often.
quite a bit.
No, dude. I'm not used to playing against people who can play these sets so well. Mood says if he was here, we would be winning. I like how it's we versus Smtty now.
So I play a lot of private matches. I still do because I loved the ones on Xbox so much. The main Rocket League server will have a bunch of VCs of people just doing private matches. So
Okay.
I still do a lot of 1v2s. Funny enough, it's a strange skill I've had practice with. And the way it always goes
Go on.
is I do very well the first game because people have no idea what I can do. And then eventually they start figuring out that bumping works really well and that boost stealing works really well. And I usually have to like really scrape by in the second and third game to win a best of 3 because that's usually what I do.
Yeah, on goal. Oh.
Oh, I thought I was going to get that around.
Yeah, I've thought about doing the Rocket League server, but I've actually never done that. It's kind of funny. Why not? What am I waiting for?
There are definitely some people that are not fun to be around. Like some people just join the VC and like scream
Yeah, of course.
while you're playing. I'm like, why are you doing that? But a lot of people are very cool in there. I actually met Card while I was in there. And,
Oh, what?
played Card in once. And he
That's
signed
sick.
me. That was awesome.
Holy. How did that go?
He was lagging really bad, and I scored 1 goal in King of the Hill, and I clipped it, and then he was like, "Sorry guys, the lag's bad," and he left.
Aw.
But I played with him for like 5 or 10 minutes before that. It was really fun. He was destroying everybody.
awesome.
I bet he was. Card's a demon.
He mentioned something like, I think it had to do with Team Fortress 2, that was his recent game he was getting into.
Okay.
There was like a new mode in it that was coming out or something that he was really enjoying.
I was looking. He seems like he's not doing as much. I was curious. I was like, what has Card been up to?
Yeah, I think he left Furia.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened to him, but
I mean, I can only.
he's
imagine
definitely
what-
still good at Rocket League. Can confirm.
Yeah. Even like Chronovi, bro, it's still cracked. I don't know. I feel like it's a.
Oh my goodness.
Is that in? No way.
Jump up. How did you get that so fast?
He's just fast as fuck. Nice
Good save, guys. Good save.
We both won.
Thank you.
Hope you don't want that boost. Darn it. Did you get it?
No, I didn't get
Okay,
any.
good.
I gave it away. Let's go.
Oh,
That was a really good 50 from me.
And we've talked a lot about Rocket League, like your time in Rocket League, but I know, and we were talking about it before, that you're also doing computer science in school and stuff. Do you want to talk about that at all? You don't have to.
Sure. I mean, I'm a 6-man's dev technically right now, and that's been pretty fun. I'm making a Bacchus mod plugin to automatically put people into 6-man lobbies instead of having to manually type in the username and password. It'll also create them automatically because the bot always assigns one person to create it. And
Does
so
it
if that person
connect-
has the plugin, it'll make
connects
it
to
automatic.
Discord, right? It's like via Discord, and then it just puts the credentials in. Is that kind of how it goes?
We considered that.
Okay.
I can't talk
You're
about
fine.
the
Yeah, as
internal
much as you
stuff
can.
too much just for security reasons, but
Yeah.
what we decided on was instead of using the Discord OAuth through like a web request,
Yeah.
we're just going to have a Discord channel where you can generate a token and that you paste it in and then it knows it's you.
That's sick. I love that.
Because there's a lot of extra steps, and then we'd have to secure the communication between the Rocket
Yeah.
League and the Discord pop-up, or the Google OAuth pop-up, and
Yeah.
there's just extra steps in there that's harder to implement.
That's sick. I love that idea. Anything that
Our
makes
way,
it
it's
easier.
kind of just like it texts you a code, and then you enter the code, sort
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. That's a reasonable way to do it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me get a Discord link for people. Let's do one more, and then we can.
I got time.
Okay, good.
Get you guys the full 5 minutes of the 1v2.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Oh, my analysis is popping up now. Let's go.
Yeah, what can you work on?
Work on. My small pads collected is up since last game. So whatever I did last game.
Oh, good. Because I was taking all the big boosts.
Yeah. Whatever I did last game where I can get more small pads by not being fully present in a match is more than last probably fully present match. That's saying something. That's crazy. I think it depends. 4v4 mode, I do not prioritize the small pads. I'm just going to say it that way.
Really?
Nope. I just go to the
It's
wall.
such a bigger field. I usually find myself small padding a lot. I mean, I get big boosts a lot. I mean, I just get all the boosts more, but I definitely get small pads all the time. Mostly when I'm playing as the second or the new third man, where I have to be in the middle of the field ready for a bunch of different possibilities.
Yeah. That makes sense. I think, yeah, so I'm more greedy on 4s, I'll just say. Scavenger trophy provides stats between matches. So that is what I was looking at. Sorry, Sean.
Oh.
I hit auto. I'm still on kickoff. Well, I'm not going to go because that's not.
Oh, you can. That's part of it.
Yeah, you're right.
Now it's going to be a disadvantage for you guys because I could just chip one on. But again, close.
Yeah,
Just
barely.
get my boost.
No, dude. Brain dead. Good bump.
Oh, good bump.
I love that you got to play with Card in the Rocket League Discord. That's actually insane.
I did not. That was recent too. I saw him in there again, like 2 or 3 days ago.
You just hopped in.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah,
that.
he just loves playing.
Just loves the game. That makes sense. Like, I don't even know. someone like Reynolds or Appjack, even like you don't get to be that point without actually just liking the game.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
honestly, even like Champ, you have to love. Yeah, I mean that's what like an average of
you're
1,000 hours ish, right?
And like if you look at the percentile, Champ is where you start getting down. Like Champ 2 is like 4%, I think, according to the season.
Really?
Yeah. So season 17.
I know Champ 1 is like the new medium, right?
You don't know. Let's see what.
I think it's
Oh,
Diamond
okay.
2 and then it's Champ 1 because a lot of people get like boosted to Champ 1. Or they just like really want it and then they don't play much more because they see it as like that's the farthest they're getting. But on the
Yeah.
RL tracker
Yeah.
distribution, I'm pretty sure Diamond 2 is the biggest and then Champ 1 might be. It's either the biggest or the second biggest.
You're right.
Oh,
So
good try.
D1 is 11%. So C1's 9.74, which isn't like so much smaller than 11, to be honest. It's not too bad. And then GC2 is 1%. So
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Still top 1%.
yeah, you're locked, bro. You're locked. I don't think
I'll
people-
probably get GC3 back this season once I start playing ranked again. But I had a couple of the reasons for that 5-month break was one, I had finals, so that was the first week or two.
Sure.
Then I went on vacation for 2 weeks, which is 1 month gone. And then I came back. I stayed at my hometown house for a good try,
Okay.
a couple days, maybe like 5. And then I moved into a rental.
So you just didn't have
And then
to
that
play the
moving
game.
took a couple days. And then our rental lost internet for about a week or two because there was a storm and then somebody like cut the wrong line.
No, of course.
So that there's 2 months gone. Then I got this new controller because my old one got stick drift and the controller had a bad motherboard. There's another month gone of troubleshooting.
Holy.
And then I got this new one that's working well so far. And then school started and I'm taking 5 STEM classes and I'm going
Yeah.
to another lecture series seminar, which is basically like 6 STEM classes.
Nice.
And so then there's another month of getting back
Sure.
into school gone. So
Our
not
classes
much time for
can be hard
grinding,
at
right?
once, especially in the comp sci field. I did that a few times and regretted it.
It's hard, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ended up usually doing like 4 classes, and then I was working for the school anyways in the tech department, so I just decided to take classes on the summer to make up that extra class.
Oh yeah.
Never take 5 STEM classes at once. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, so I transferred because I would have gotten a better job that got shut down because they ran out of money. But I did end up moving in with my friends. The living situation in Stockton was not desirable. I had to keep going random roommates. And funny enough, after I signed the lease, one of the guys I was teaming with at Stockton was like, "Yo, I need a roommate," and then I had to tell him no, unfortunately.
Rip.
But job. Oh yeah, and then they gave me a bigger scholarship, so I was like, sure. And this one is in my hometown, so
Nice.
I'm back with all my friends again.
So you
Did
transferred
you
to
get
all
a
my credit
scholarship for
transfer.
Rocket League?
No, I'm.
Oh, okay.
I think part of being a good
Back
coach
up.
is being a good student because I understand
Oh, yeah.
learning pretty well.
Yes.
Right.
Nice.
So I-
yes.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah, you have to be able to understand something in order to teach it.
Yeah.
Yeet everything. Ask what ranks. I am C1. Sean. What are you?
Diamond 3-ish on average, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Maybe
Oh, then this
Whoa,
would
whoa.
probably be the best I've performed against those ranks in 1v2. The best I've ever done is I did 1v2 2 champ 3s, but one of them
That's good.
was, I think he had like bad stick drift. Like it wasn't a fair fight. They also were not working together. They were already kind of mad from the King of the Hill. I kept scoring on them, and so when it got to the 1v2, they were just working individually.
Oh, I did touch that. Holy.
Rocket League can be so frustrating and tilting, it's insane.
Yeah, stick drift is a demon.
Oh, it's
Yeah, it
work.
is.
It's awful.
Some workshop maps that I do for like my warm up would be impossible with stick drift because you need such a perfect lineup to start some of these air dribbles.
Yeah.
Oh, you got me. Holy.
Yeah, it can be tricky because it's hard to know sometimes that you even have it. you know, because it kind of starts off slower, you know, as a little bit of a nuisance and then gets worse, but like you don't even realize it's there, and then all of a sudden you're like, why am I de-ranking so much?
Why is my car not driving straight? Why? I didn't. There was a question that Amood asked earlier. Which to do 2v2, 1v1 to rank up. I think 1v1's a good place to start especially if you're like in gold. I think 2v2 is good too, but 1v1's gonna get.
If you had to pick one, I'd say ones. But what I did was I split my ones and twos depending on how I was feeling on the day. I usually started with ones to warm up, then I'd switch to twos when I started either losing or I just got tired of it. And then in twos, if I was getting bad teammates and either winning or losing, I just got frustrated with the teammates. But I knew I was playing well, I'd go back to ones and I'd usually do well because I knew I was still playing well. And some days you're just better in the mindset of supporting versus playing individually.
Yeah, I for sure.
So I just switched between them on how I felt. And if you have enough practice of playing both modes, you'll know which mode you should be playing.
Yeah, I do think. Oh, they can't see the stats. I didn't set up overlay. I do think 1v1s is like a mindset difference. That is like one of the biggest things. The differences between the modes. It's like,
yeah, if you learn how to not get mad in ones, you can still get mad in twos, but it'll help your ones a lot.
It can be so frustrating in one.
It just helps to accept that you're gonna just make weird choices. Right? That's what I do. It's like it takes me like four 1v1 matches so I like finally get over being frustrated with my skill level, and then after that I like calm down a lot, and then it just becomes easier to go. I don't know.
What
just becomes easier. Who knows,
I
man?
didn't go the direction I wanted it to.
I did good there.
That was kind of insane. This here is straight out of the wall control pack I made.
No way!
Because that's one of those strange touches where the ball's at low momentum that you have to be very particular with. That's good.
A nice little flip thing. What is that called?
Pre-flip.
When you do that? Pre-flip.
Yeah. He's locked.
When you get higher up in rank, it becomes the pre-flip seems to be used a lot more.
Oh, always. Because it's one of the few things that'll help you keep momentum up in the air. I want you to know I just ran out of boost and you would have actually gotten that ball. He's not looking at my boost meter.
He can't know that.
Pre-jumping that?
No.
Seems like you are.
If I had confidence, I would have.
Yeah, you think I got a double reset in me? Let's see. Yep.
Hey, look like Pulse Josh out here. Jeez.
Oh, good save. Oh, he is way better than me. And funny enough, with the same rank, I think he's also GC3 and 2s.
Just a demon, dude. Watching him play is like, oh my. I don't even know.
It's a totally different play style too, though. Like, you can tell you're more, you know, he's more freestyle and you're more just.
I love 50s. That's my
game and stuff. Yeah.
50s and positioning. Get out of here. Holding on to this 1-goal lead like my life depends on it.
No.
Yeah, you got it. Oh no, I messed up the flick. We're good.
What do I like? I like passing plays. So like in RLCS when they pass down. So
a good pass play can be so satisfying.
My first team in Stockton, we focused on that a lot. That was not the team I played the national LAN with, but that was a fun team to be on for sure. We have some nasty clips of like 4 or 5 passes chained.
What? That's crazy.
Nice. That's wild.
No, I missed, dude. Holy.
Gosh, I'm playing zombies out here. I got both of you ducking at me.
That's crazy. Love it. Okay, so you're doing something for 6-mans. What other I heard you're looking at some using AI to model certain things. Are there other areas of CS that you're particularly interested in?
Yeah, I like computer science. I'm CompTIA Security Plus certified, Network Plus certified, A Plus certified. The company that owns CompTIA also owns a company called Testout, which is just the lab-based version. I have their Testout Security Pro, which is the same thing as Security Plus, but labs only. So I'm very interested in cybersecurity, but the thing about cybersecurity is you're either just like setting up permissions or you're doing some really cool pen testing. And I want to be on the higher side of that with the pen testing versus just like setting up permissions and configurations. It's not as fun to me. So thankfully, that aligns with software engineering, and pen testers usually either write scripts or you need to know what the scripts do. And that goes with coding, whereas the other side of cybersecurity doesn't. And so I could just aim for software engineering right now and then decide cybersecurity later.
I think I might have said this to you already, but I have a friend who does that. He doesn't do...
Is he red team or is he...
No, he just writes policies and stuff internally, and then he does other things too. I don't know exactly what he does, but it's a similar thing. But he knows at least a little bit.
I've always found that very cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, he has to keep up with all the latest. Like whenever a new vulnerability is exposed, he like always forwards the articles, so I always get to hear about some new thing to worry about.
Another thing I'm interested in is quantum computing, because that really ties into cybersecurity a lot. I wrote a research paper on it. I didn't do any research. I just collected it. I read a bunch of articles and I tied it into an argumentative paper for this class.
I mean,
I was taking at the time.
It's very interesting because it kind of destabilizes the SHA 256 thing that we're relying on now. So.
Yeah, they've already broken a bunch of synchronous protocols.
So like
a lot of advancements.
ECC and RSA have been broken. Those two I focused on.
I'm sure they're developing algorithms, like quantum computing algorithms that are.
Oh yeah, I can explain one of them to you. That was also part of the research. It was really cool.
Yeah, please.
The major idea for quantum computing possible cryptographic protocols is one called quantum key distribution. Okay. And the first one was in like 1986 or something.
What?
And
that's cool.
The idea relies on sending a key through a qubits. Yeah. I'm not sure how much of this is going to be understood. I can, if you ask any
like
question.
The atomic unit, right, where it can be on or off.
Yeah. You send it through a unit that can hold atomic states and quantum states, and because the key is in the quantum state, attackers can't read it without changing it. So then the key won't work, and you'll know someone's reading your data.
Oh,
and
that's
in real world, that materializes itself as photons, and the cryptographic key is in the wavelength of the photon, which is just crazy to me. And so through like fiber optic cables, if anyone was going to try to sniff it, the key would change, and then you can just reset, redo the handshake.
Crazy.
You know, it's really cool.
Well, whenever they get the computing power locked down to support that, it'll be insane.
Oh, they do. So while I was writing that paper, this was 2024. I started it in like October, finished it in December. December 5th, Google came out with an article, and it was about their latest quantum chip, and it beat. They ran a test on it, and they also tested in November. It was called Frontier, the #1 supercomputer in the world. By December 5th, it was just barely surpassed, so it was the #2 at that point.
Crazy.
But still an insane, like literally the second best in the world ever. How long do you think it took both of them to complete this test comparatively? If the Google one, I'm going to say it took like 5 minutes, I think.
So the supercomputer, that's the non-quantum one, 5 minutes. I have no idea.
How long do you think it took it?
You said it beat, right? Or it didn't beat?
0.001 seconds.
So it would have taken, I can look up this right after this game. It would have taken it longer than the existence of the universe to compute the same thing.
The non-quantum computer, that's how long it would have taken, but the quantum one did it.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, because you can do simultaneous.
Because the whole point of quantum computing is that you don't need to process. We have like one process at a time, per thread. they can do it in parallel because the difference between a bit and a qubit is qubits are any range between 0 and 1 on like a magnetic pole, and bits are just 0 or 1. You know, electricity is flowing where it isn't.
It's insane. Oh,
And it's also going to have a boom like AI where there's going to be tons of people wanted. So I would love to break into that because I find it very interesting.
I mean, it's a good time. So I think, we're like a ways out still, right, from the kind of mass adoption or like the business application.
Yeah.
Like they're doing,
people owning personal quantum computers, we are far from.
And surely, so I think one thing that they're solving with LLMs right now is like just power availability, right? They're trying to get more power. There's just, the grid is only so big. So it seems like once the like micro nuclear reactors are online, or if they get fusion down, which maybe not, but if they do, that's when we'll start getting like, it'll just break things wide open. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, and I think
they always say like technology advancement is not quadratic, exponential.
Yeah, for sure. It is.
It's going to keep accelerating.
But it is exciting. I agree with you that quantum computing is like insane sci-fi level. I mean, even token generation is insane sci-fi. I know they're not related, but in terms of recent advancements, even that is sci-fi level. But quantum computing is just like a whole other. Wow.
Yeah.
Aside from that, is there anything super exciting with quantum computing? You just listed like a huge thing, but is there anything in the research you saw that was like standout?
There's
exciting?
Applications that are really cool. There's going to be like a symbiotic circle between quantum computing and AI, where AI needs to be trained on some really powerful computers with vast data sets. Well, quantum computing can provide a really powerful computer, and then the AI models, as they get better, there's something called error correction in quantum computing, because these qubits, they aren't on zeros and ones, they're on magnetic poles, and they're really, really sensitive to any outside noise. And so error correction is like accounting for this outside noise in these calculations. And AI is actually really good at doing that. So Google's chip, it actually wasn't a breakthrough for its powerful computing, even though it was insanely powerful. It was a breakthrough because it's error correction. Crazy. And its logical qubits were outliving the physical ones. So they'll keep the logical qubit with the same calculation, but they'll give it a new photon in the middle of it. What? And it would stay usable for so much longer. It's really cool.
That's insane. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on that. Not all.
Yeah. It was really cool. And then the other things were like quantum computers are really good at modeling things that involve real life. Funny enough.
Oh, interesting. That is good.
I have a quote from Feynman in my paper.
Analog and things are more analog and not necessarily digital.
Yeah.
In that sense.
And the simultaneous processing. That's crazy.
It is kind of funny how like we're eventually going to go back to analog. Like, you know what I mean? We went from analog to digital because digital was so much more efficient. But once we get it all kind of figured out, like it's going to be back to analog again.
And some things like entropy is hard for LLMs to model, and like computing. Like it just doesn't have a good grasp. A model doesn't grasp like the concept of entropy, holding on to facts and like finding deeper implications. So I think probably quantum computing will help with our ability to actually represent real life more than what goes on.
Yep.
And
you can compute so many more possibilities at the same time as well, and then just play the one that makes the most sense at the time. And it would happen so fast.
The couple areas it's being used for right now is it's really good at discovering new proteins and genome sequencing, like stuff in chemistry, like subatomic reactions and stuff like that. It can model really accurately. And so that'll actually help with that nuclear thing you're talking about, where if we can get it to where it can model uranium very accurately, it'll be extremely useful in that. But it's also good with like I said, they've used some to train AI models that started detecting cancer cells versus non-cancer cells.
Crazy.
Which is pretty insane.
Yeah.
I can't imagine where that's going to go. And then because of the rapid DNA sequencing, it's starting to look like we may have a future of personalized medication.
Crazy.
Whereas if you're trying to make like a new disease comes out, you're trying to make a cure for it or some sort of vaccine. The hardest part is making it work for everybody. But with this, you might just go into a doctor's office, they'll take like a little blood sample, and then they'll just make a version for you.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's
because they can do that in like 5 minutes with a quantum computer. That'd be insane.
And some chemical 3D printer.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. That's amazing. Yeah, that'll be sick. Holy.
That future's gonna be wild, that's for sure, and it's pretty close.
What's gaming gonna be?
I know, right?
Gaming on a quantum computer. Did I bump you too? That was insane.
Yeah. Trying to get me back for the demo I just had on you.
I'm getting coached right now. Yeah, you're probably right about that. We're in computing talk. My gameplay is not efficient. So I'll be good. I'll be a good rotator now for you.
I think actually learning to calm helps with talking during playing, even if it's not about Rocket League. Now it definitely is worse because calming, you're thinking about the game and the game only. Right now, I'm trying to think of a paper I wrote a year ago about quantum computing, but you know, still it's
already a pretty difficult concept to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're not going to see quantum computing at like a consumer level. Well, it'll probably be in like business applications, but.
Oh yeah. ExxonMobil is using it right now to optimize like global shipping routes.
That's crazy. So they are using it. Are they? They're just renting from Google or something. I wonder how they're. Or is it?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Is it like the old days?
I think it's kind of like timeshare. It's got to be like timeshare kind of thing. Like, you know, they have a system somewhere and you can just kind of use it to compute different things. It's got to be
like AWS.
It's for like extreme. You need it for like time. Yeah, you just need it for extremely complicated, like long math, like stuff that would take literally years for it to compute. Like could be done in seconds.
I wonder how much that costs. Scavenger says, Alexa, please Google how to read Smtty's research papers.
It wasn't published.
He's aggregating. Not yet, though. Maybe that'll be in the future for you. I can only imagine.
Yeah, maybe. Right now, I'm actually working on a math publication. Funny enough.
You are?
Okay. I may have discovered how to count the reals using the naturals, which is apparently a big deal.
Nice. Awesome.
Because before it was described as an infinity of a different size, but I didn't like that because I was like all infinities going forever. But the argument is because the real numbers are decimals, they have an infinity between 0 and 1, whereas the naturals is just an infinity. Like it's just the plain numbers, but the reals have many. That was the argument. So the reasoning behind it was, well, you can't count all real numbers just using the natural numbers. Oh, that's close. And so I think I figured out a way. I have to see how it aligns with definitions of counting is the big challenge.
Are you asking people at your school who are in math?
Yeah, my math professors help me.
That's awesome.
The same one who I'm going to his number theory seminars every week.
Nice. That's awesome.
So it fits in pretty well, funny enough.
Then that's like upper division stuff then, right? It seems like. So you've kind of skipped forward in time in your...
Yeah, well, like I said, because of the transfer, I had to take 5 STEM classes, so I'm a bit ahead. I'm also a junior by credits when I transferred.
Junior by credits. Amazing.
So I'm going to have just a bunch of like science and the general ed classes coming up. Which is going to be a little bit annoying.
How to attend seminars, your professors. Scavengers, I think
they'll announce it.
I think you can audit classes at a university. Like, you don't have to sign up. You don't get credit for going, but I think...
Well, seminars, it's not a class. Like, you don't get a grade for it. But the professor will show up and will lecture, and then you can attend and still learn stuff. And you can still work on problems.
Isn't it usually like stuff that they're currently researching or, you know...
Yeah, it's usually something about that. Yeah. They'll usually do it about their particular field. The goal of the one that I'm in is to introduce math research to undergraduate students, because usually it's not available for undergraduates. But he wants to get them familiar with proofs, because not everybody takes discrete math. Funny enough, for computer science, I have multiple classes on how to write proofs in math.
Oh, on proofs.
Discrete math, and there's another one called Foundations, which is like discrete math too, but it's using more like infinite set theory and infinite algorithms.
Yeah, I did do discrete math, and I did okay. Not super good.
Yeah.
I got a C.
Yep, same here.
Let's get degrees.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yes, they do. Not proud of
man,
it,
you
but
guys are
whatever, I
going
got
in.
through it.
No way.
Did you start with like tech or computer science type stuff, or were you just super into like math or physics or anything like that?
I started with computer science. So my dad's a machine learning engineer at a government contractor called RII. And so he got me a Raspberry Pi when I was like 12 or 13, and I started learning Python on it.
That's sick.
And then on top of that, I went to a high school where you could pick a major. And so I picked computer science, and then that's where I got the CompTIA certs from. So I had another 4 years of computer science in high school.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I had computer science in high school, regular computer science and AP computer science, and they didn't even really offer it. It's at least the AP one. You kind of just.
But you bumped me off.
Yeah. You just kind of had to almost know about it to do the regular class. But yeah, they were like making classes for us because it was so long ago. They didn't have like so many computer science classes in high school. But yeah, so I was able to like do things like that, and then there would be. I don't know if you guys have a concept of, a free period or whatever, where you go and do study hall kind of stuff, or well, I ended up working for the school's like network, like system administrator as a class, doing that kind of stuff too.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I was able to work in the tech department as a student for computer science students. They opened that. So I went and fixed people's laptop issues and stuff.
Yeah, I did that in college as well. We were responsible for what was the residence network, essentially. So all of the dorm rooms and that network, and we also would support them when they would get caught pirating too much music at the time.
Nice. Classic. I love that.
So stuff like that. Yeah, it was fun.
Pirating music.
That like Napster.
Yep, LimeWire. Yeah, and they would people would have these things, and they would forget to like turn stuff off, and they would just like leave it on, and it would just be sitting there sharing the whole time.
Amazing. LimeWire was OP for sure. I used to have like a collection of music videos on my computer that I was very proud of, and then
Now you can just download it off YouTube.
Yeah, and then YouTube came, and I was like, well, that's it. And that's how old I am. Holy. That's dope. Your dad did machine learning research and such. Very cool.
Yeah, he did it after coming out of the military. So he's like at a really cool spot. He went to college. He already had a bachelor's. He went back to get his master's after getting out of the military. So him and I are going through learning computer science at like within 10 years of each other.
Oh, okay.
That's
cool.
So it's just very cool.
Which military branch did he do?
He was Army, and now he works at a contractor called RII, Research Innovations Incorporated. And what he's told me of some things, I'm pretty sure it's public knowledge, I hope it is like they're making devices where like you can see, basically every soldier will have a Raspberry Pi on them.
Yeah.
And so you'll be able to see them through walls on like a HUD, and you'll be able to see like their vitals and stuff.
So for observability on the battlefield or whatever. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that, and they're making like a system that'll join. Because right now, if you were going to make a base somewhere that like there wasn't one before, you have to have like a million different things to log into for all the different communications. And so they're just like combining that into one tool.
I know there's, so it's the whole thing is like getting the battlefield connected. So like the F-35 is really just like a communications hub for what will be autonomous vehicles. And so it makes sense. That kind of lines up with, that's crazy. For government reasons. That's dope. Had no idea. My dad was in the military too, but more like aerospace stuff. No research.
Yeah, I had I would have loved to fly fighter jets, but I have glasses, which is not allowed. And then I also think I might be too tall. So you need like very short people.
They have very
I'm
specific
average height.
requirements.
I'm 5'9", 5'10"-ish.
That's too tall to fly.
I'm pretty sure they want like 5'5".
Yeah,
Wow.
very short because weight matters. Well, maybe not as much, but and
I think like F1 drivers are the same.
Yes,
like
it's very.
A lot of them are very short and very small.
And they're not like they do a lot of specific muscle training, but I forgot how much a kilo gives you in time, but it's like 2/10 or something. So if you throw a kilo on, it's 2/10 of time, which is. Yes, Trophy is a racing platform. We have to bring it up, but it is insane. Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we're so Rocket League brained, but
yeah,
I do have a wheel that I actually keep meaning to.
Oh, I want one. I have a Assetto Corsa fully modded, and then I realized it was like impossible to play with a controller.
Oh, I'm sure one of the people we have, by the way, on the customer service side are like cracked racers, by the way.
At racing.
Racers. Yeah.
That's cool.
Peter and Yanis are both insane. It would be worth talking to them if you ever were.
I would just see the clips of people doing the, I think it's called no hezi, where you just drive in traffic.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I want to do that.
That's sick. Oh, Scavengers, you grew up in Jeddah? That's sick. Mercedes before Hamilton did. Whoa.
I don't watch F1, but from what I hear, I like Verstappen, and his idea is just I'm better than everybody. I like that.
Yeah, he puts his elbows out. Oh, we're getting kicked. This is the new improved Rocket League.
Oh yeah. So I said I'd play private matches a lot.
Yes.
They used to fail at like 2 or 3 hours. Like the clock would disappear in an hour, but after that you're good. Sometimes they'll last like 8 hours or more. Now they're dying after 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know what they changed. It was recent patch, like 2 of the recent patches ago. So not like the big new season patch, but the smaller ones. I don't know what they're doing. They're doing something. They're meddling.
Yep.
Madison, you would be surprised. Just looking, even the Rocket League Discord. 8 hours. Well, and if a pro is playing, I think 80 hours.
Well, the VCs might be up, but they have to switch servers.
Yeah, they have to switch.
If you're looking like there's like timers next to the VCs in there.
They have to switch servers. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it. Hour and a half is good, bro. We done good here. I'm just gonna shout out everyone again. Let's switch back to Yap Zone. This has been very, very dope. Really great getting to know
all
you.
3 of us could just sit here and chat for like hours.
Yeah, we'll get it again sometime. Smtty, if you want to do stuff again, for sure, you can always we started.
I'd be down. We can get one of our members. They can give us a replay, and I'll review it on stream or something. Maybe.
Yeah, that would be sick. Yes,
that's what we did at RLH.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I think that's good, like a master class type of thing. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Maybe we can get one of the other. We could have a round table more, so it's not just an interrogation.
A discussion of coaches.
Yeah, I always wanted to do that because typically coaches don't do it, but it would be cool to get multiple perspectives on like the similar topic. Anyway,
yeah.
One day, many things going. There's Smtty. You are working on packs. Yeah, Scavengers, join the Discord. You're going to hear about stuff ahead of time. Everyone in chat. It's been really dope getting to talk to you. Join the Discord. Come on over. We are communicative. We like new people. Smitty's got new packs coming out. He's working on stuff all the time. I know you're busy with school, Smtty, but it's amazing to me that you also have time to do.
I usually think I can do like 8 to 15 hours a week,
which is pretty good.
And
I mean, with
provided no errors and no troubleshooting I need to do, that should be a couple packs a week, but that's not been the case recently, unfortunately.
And in computer science, there's never a direct.
Oh yeah, always. Like I said with my controller, I tried troubleshooting it for like a month or 2. I did everything. Unfortunately, it got the better of me.
Oh, so you were repairing the motherboard? Is that what you're telling me right now?
Yeah, they told me to resolder something, and I tried that. But for the most part, I was trying to reinstall firmware. I edited the registry to try to make the drivers work better, and it was not working.
What kind did you go with? Out of curiosity,
I bought originally a GuliKit KK3 Max.
Oh, okay.
Because it has 1,000 hertz polling rate, which is 8 times faster than the regular Xbox controllers.
Nice.
Normally, you can overclock a PS4 controller to that, but if you go to a LAN, you just get the regular PS4 speed. They won't let you install the software sometimes to overclock it. So I wanted a really high polling rate, which it had. I wanted Hall effect sticks, which it had, and I wanted the paddles because I used boost on a back button from having the Xbox Elite controller. And it matched all that, had an Xbox layout. I was like, perfect. It also had a switch mode and a gyroscope because I pirate Nintendo games and play them on my computer.
Yes.
And I thought it worked great for a while. And then all of a sudden, when I pressed A, sometimes it would make me flip when I only pressed it once. And it would be like double pressing all the buttons. And I was like, what the heck is this? And yeah, troubleshooting works. So now I ended up with a GameSir G7 Pro, and I'm very happy with it. I've had it for about 2 weeks.
I had and
it's the same thing.
I had an earlier controller from that same company, Gulikit, right? Whatever you pronounce it.
Yeah.
It was a King Kong Pro 2 wireless or something similar, like
yeah.
6.
Yeah, the KK3 I think stands for King Kong 3 Max.
Oh. Yeah.
So you just had the 2.
It was similar thing, like the quality. I still have it. I think it would be fine, but I just got weird. I didn't nail down exactly what was weird about it. But there was some double inputs sometimes. Like I would jump and weird things would happen.
Great.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is that they're doing. The concept is sick, but same thing. So it might just be the way it is. So
yeah.
I don't know about Razer controllers, just looking at chat. Someone I know does like them. Ronskian, who's a coach.
What is a Racer controller?
Razer.
Oh, Racer the brand? I thought you meant racing.
Racer controller, the wheel. If you want to get your arm workout in, turn force feedback all the way up. Holy. Yeah. Okay. All right. GG's everyone. Thank you for showing up.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Really great talking to you, Smtty. And I'm almost positive that you and I are going to be working on PAX stuff like pretty soon. So we'll talk more soon.
Sounds good. Good playing you guys. Good games.
Good games. Let me find the ending soon. All right. GG's everyone. Bye.